All right. Hey, welcome back to the BJJ Business and Martial Arts Marketing Podcast. I'm Lance. I'm here to talk about a big idea. And so this idea is what we call the Rainmaker, right? And so every business needs a Rainmaker. So this is the person who creates demand on command, okay? So they don't wait. They pick up the phone, they send the email, they send the text, or maybe they build and fire out a mini campaign to send multiple messages to the list. But the idea is this person owns the number, they own the results of the actions that they're taking. But every academy needs one of these. So this person really needs to be able to not only fire these things off, but also attract leads, go out and find leads, generate leads, but basically bring in leads, bring in new members, and they have to be personally capable of actually executing these things, right? So we don't want to be waiting on people to give us a list or waiting for people to give us creative or other things. As soon as we know this number has missed, we want to be able to kind of move right away. And so what we have is what we call the trigger metric. And this is when we act as the Rainmaker. So primary KPI for something like this for us is we want to have a new member each day of the month. So one new member each day of the month. So on the 10th of the month, we should have 10 new students. If you're only at 5, the Rainmaker goes into action. So the idea is build a KPI for yourself. Maybe you're a smaller academy and you don't want to have 10 new students at the 10th. Maybe you only want to have 5 new students at the 10th. If that's the case, have 5 be your number, or say we want 2 a week, or whatever that number looks like for you. But have a metric in place that knows as soon as I hit this number or miss this number, Rainmaker starts to make some motions, right? Rainmaker needs to have offer libraries, meaning different offers that we can send out to our clients or to our list. Have multiple ready that you can rotate quickly. And really these are going to be the same kinds of offers, but packaged slightly different. So you're going to have, free trials, might be a 7-day free, a 3-day free, 2 weeks free. You might have paid trials. Maybe it's a $7 for 7 days. Maybe it's $99 for whatever the package is. You might have some challenges put in there, 6-week, 42-day challenges, free, non-free, different offers like that. And then also sprinkle in a little seasonality and topical wrappers on these things. Fit for fall, new year, new you. But the idea is try to put out different offers to different people so that you are getting more excitement inside of the academy when you need to push those numbers a little bit. The other thing that you can really look to do is add some bonuses, right? Stack up some bonuses that will allow you to, again, incentivize people to click. Maybe it's free gear, free uniform, 1 free month, bring a friend, you get something off. So the idea is build in bonuses on top of whatever the offers are so that they get the cool offer and they get the bonus on top of that. Then you're going to start getting more people to raise their hand. And this is how you start to attract leads instead of just trying to generate those leads yourself. So the other thing that you want to be thinking about is how do you segment this list, right? Who gets it? So you want to be able to hopefully segment these out. So having tags on them or having some kind of marker that allows you to know, okay, these are parents, these are adults, these are men, these are women. These people want martial arts. These people want self-defense. These people want fitness. Are they website leads, or are they Facebook leads or Google leads? So all of these different things are going to come into play when you start to send out these offers. Maybe if I knew that I did a Facebook challenge offer, then maybe I give them either a different challenge offer when I send out my Rainmaker messages, or maybe I switch it all together and give them a free class. So it depends on what you offer and how you offer it, but build in as many different kind of options as possible. And typically these options are not going to be that many, right? You're not going to have 1,000 different offers. You're just going to have 1,000 different variations of 2 or 3 different things: paid trial, free trial, challenge, referral, something like that. And then you can mix and match 42 days, 6-week, 28-day, 21-day, 7-day, 2 weeks, 14-day. Like you're really having the same offer. It's just kind of tweaked how you actually talk about that offer. So once we kind of segment that list, we've kind of figured out our offer, we've segmented our list to who we're going to send it to, then what do we do, right? we want to start to also maybe exclude some people. So I typically would exclude or not send these offers out to anyone who maybe has an appointment in the next week or two that's already kind of on the books. I would probably also not send this offer out to anybody that we're in a conversation with that maybe we don't have an appointment yet for, right? So the idea is I try to bring in people that we're not actually talking to in order to get a response from them and start that conversation. The other thing that we want to be thinking about is how do we batch these, right? Do I want to send out 3,000 of these? Probably not, especially if we're doing text messaging. I'm probably only going to send 200 to 300 of these out so that I can test different things. I can adapt as it's happening, and I can also actually manage all the flow that's starting to come back in. So other than that, what do we do? So the action flow, right, is going to be Rainmaker. You have to have some offers, have to have the ability to start to put those things out for the Rainmaker. We have to have some kind of metric, right? So metric is going to fire, then we're going to choose our offer, we're going to segment that list, we're going to build some urgency into it, we're going to send a little nudge out to everybody. The nudge is the idea of what is that first message going out, and really the idea of that is not a booking, right? We're not trying to get an appointment from that first message. We're only trying to get them to give us a response. Yes, no, who's this, what's this about, blah, 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 right? Anything that we can get them to respond and start talking, and then we shift into booking the appointment. So on reply, so once they reply, they were switching that goal to booking that appointment or consultation or class or whatever it is. Maybe if it's a paid trial, we're collecting that payment. But, so that's kind of the flow. So once we get those conversations started, now what happens? Now it's a lot of follow-up. We need to be able to follow up with these until people ask us to stop. So we want to be polite, but we want to be persistent with value. We want to confirm, remind them for showing up for their class. If you want to build in some social proof, maybe a VSL or something like that. What do they need to bring? Expectations. Where's the parking? All of those kinds of things are important when we're doing our follow-up. And so from there, it's really the fastest path that you're going to be able to do to get more students in the door when you're starting to miss these metrics. So let's run it down again. So have some kind of metric in mind of how many new students you want each month. You can look back over the last 6-8 months, figure out what that number is. What's your average new students per month? And if it's 10, cool, we know we need about 2.5 students each week in order to hit our goal. So if we're on the 5th day and we only have 1 student, we know we need to fire up that metric. If you're doing these new things and testing these out and trying these things, you can also try to bump it up by 10 or 20%. So if you're normally getting 10 new students a month, okay, let's say we're going to go for 11 or 12 new students. So we're just bumping it up, 10, 20%. It's a very realistic goal to be able to hit. And then from there, what do? We want to make sure that we first have our metric. Once the metric misses, we want to fire that off. And this should be something that you're checking, on the 5th, on the 10th, on the 15th, on the 20th. So you know that you're on track to hit those goals. If everything's going well, you're on track, cool. Just keep doing your normal marketing, and then you go do the other things that you need to do. If you're missing your metric, that's when the Rainmaker needs to start and make action. So we have the offer, we have the segmenting the list. Make sure you segment that list, start sending out those messages or campaigns, and then follow up is so important. You've got to follow up with everybody that messages you back. Try to get them in for the appointment. Hope that helps. Hope you like what we call the Rainmaker method. And if you want to help with any of this kind of stuff, we did open up Pathfinder now. So the King's Pathfinder is open. So if you want kind of the fastest path that's done with you, so we're going to help you. We're going to lay this plan out with you. Drop Pathfinder in the chat or in the comments, and I will get back to you with some details on that, or check below. There might be a link in here for a calendar invite. But King's Pathfinder is really the program that's going to build your custom growth quickly. We're going to work on offers, leads, show ups, close, retention, ascension, everything that you need to have a very successful business. Plus, it's done for you ads and all of the things that you need to do to grow your school inside of that marketing area. And the cool thing is it's a fraction of the old cost that we were doing before. So remember, you're closer than you think to the academy of your dreams, and I'll see you on the next video.